to do them each 2 days apart.
Okay.
So this is all first layer of what we're doing here.
Okay.
And the reason that we're doing it before the pond is full is because they recommend that, because you have less water to treat at this time. The new water that comes in will hopefully adapt to what you've already done.
Sounds very scientific. As the kids say, that sounds pretty big-brained, Jamie.
So there is one piece here. If I can move all these babies out.
Baby, no! Look! Did we need that?
Yeah, that's what I had it in the cup holder.
What?
New thing.
How much did we lose out of there, Jamie? Can we scoop this up? Guys.
This goes on the edge and in the middle, and this goes in the middle.
Okay, well, let's just stop talking about it and start doing it, because now I'm getting very frustrated with goats everywhere. They're licking this stuff. Jamie, I hope that's not anything. Well, it says safe for everything. I didn't know. I don't think it's meant to be licked.
No, it's not. It's a mineral.
All right, well, I'm gonna drive this side by side out of here. Unload all of that. I'm gonna drive this out so these go. Move, you little munchkins. Move it, you little munchkins. Get down. Get down. All right, I'm gonna drive this out of here, baby. And so, I don't want the. Hey, stop licking that stuff. It might not be safe for you. Oh no! Now they've all seen I'm wearing Ellie's Crocs. Stop! This is turning into a disaster, folks. These are not my shoes. Okay, I planned on getting wet with this chemicals. Please get down. Get off. Hey folks, Lester here. I will soon be joined by Jamie. Folks, this morning we're going to have to do something with the pond. We got some chemicals that a very sweet lady sent us all the way from Connecticut and Canada. The reason I say both is because Maureen and her mom Sonia they live in Connecticut, yet they also have a place in Canada that they frequent. Anyway, so long story short, it's a treatment for the pond. And the reason we're going to have to use this is because that's what pond people do. This water is muddy. It hasn't really cleared up a whole lot. And now we have this muck. I say muck. This film that's riding on top of the pond. And it's sad because when our geese and ducks come out, the white ones, you can see they have this ring around them. And that's kind of embarrassing. So here comes Jamie now. And Jamie and Pebbles are coming out now, and she has the chemicals in the back of the side-by-side, and we're going to see how this goes, so you guys bear with us. All right, so while Jamie's getting everything set up, she's getting everything set up. You can see how she's being joined by a lot of friends over there. And I'm watching Pebbles playing with her friends here. All right, so let me show you what's going on. Now, as you guys know, this pond is still less than a month old. So Jamie's gonna go out and put the first chemicals in. Guys, you can't go. Guys, you're not gonna go with Mama. Jamie's gonna go out and put these chemicals in.
Oh, you're coming with me.
I'm not, I'm gonna make the video.
Oh my gosh, no.
Huck, leave that bag alone.
Boys
You gotta walk up to the middle, babe, and I'll push you in. Guys, come out of the boat.
Come on.
Come out of the boat, babies. Shirley, not you too, Shirley. Move, Huck.
Come on. Little golden girl, get out.
Go, baby. All right, Jamie. All right, so we're back. Jamie has decided to take herself out in the canoe, and she's going to drop the chemicals off. I like the kayak because it's so maneuverable. And the canoe is quite a bit heavier. So she's gonna go out into the part of the water where it starts getting deep. Right there is still very shallow. It has so you guys remember when they built it, it starts off and it tapers down and gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And so right about where she's at, it's probably 3 or 4, 5 foot deep. But right around the nook, it drops off hard and heavy. All right, so right there we're getting down to about, right here we're several feet deep, about 8, 10 foot deep. Okay, and we're gonna drop the little bag. Will it sink by itself? I'm afraid that all of the ducks and geese, I hope they don't dive down for it.
I don't think so, because it stays in a bag.
Okay. Like good algae. You got dye all over your hands, babe.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've been sporting that all week.
Okay, so you're gonna paddle back out to the middle and dump the dye?
Yeah.
All right, and so it's gonna turn out that same color blue?
Yeah.
This may look dumb.
We're gonna blue ducks for a little bit.
Oh my God. And is that enough for this size of pond?
Yeah.
And it all goes in the middle?
Goes in the middle. You put one in the middle and says to make like an X.
All right, so what we have going on so far, folks, besides all the mayhem of the ducks and the geese and the goats and all of that, is we have dropped the minerals over here at the 8-foot mark. And those are going to dissolve into the water and give us what we need to, you know what, I'll have Jamie explain all that again. And now we're putting the dye, which is the water dye. It's going to, it'll slowly spread itself around. Jamie will have to paddle the boat around a little bit into it, and that will help spread it in, and maybe that will change our water color. And everyone is so curious about it. I hope it doesn't turn all of our babies blue. That would be so funny. Anyway, and so what I'm going to do now, to do my part, besides just sitting here with the video camera, I will take the third container, and I have to walk around the edge and drip it along the edge. All right, so it doesn't really tell me on here what I'm actually doing, but it does show me a table for how much to add for our size of pond. What are you gonna do next?
Next is this part.
And what is that?
So this is beneficial pond and lake bacteria. So this is more good bacteria, but this is surface. So what we put in before goes to the bottom.
Oh, okay, this here.
So the good bacteria basically creates an ecosystem to where plants can start to grow in here and animals can start to live. It produces its own oxygen.
And that means we can return our little wiggles back in here. Correct. Once this is ready. Okay. Yeah, for you folks who've been asking about our wiggles, I will do a follow-up video on how they're doing. It's really cute. But we haven't put them back in the pond yet because there's nothing to sustain them. We have to have things start growing here for them to eat on. And you all know how an ecosystem works. We're also going to look into getting a little windmill that will actually aerate the pond for us. It'll be a real windmill, and it'll provide oxygen that fishies need. Yeah, the ducks and geese are pretty confused right now.
They're trying to stay away from the blue. That's so sad to me.
They're trying to avoid the blue. Yeah, they are. It's going to take several treatments.
It's not like a pool. There's no filter for the pool, like the pond, like there is a pool.
Oh, so Jamie says, yeah, and don't forget, this is a pond. And there's not like a pool filter you put on a pond. So we have a pond where there's going to always be little feathers, and we're going to get leaves from the trees. But that's a living pond, folks. It's a living pond. And there's a big difference in the ponds you see in some people's properties. So it's not a fountain, folks. It's not a fountain. Let's make that clear. So we're going to always have little duck and geese feathers. We're going to always have pine straw and leaves floating around. But we're also going to have a great place for our pigs to cool off in the hot sun. We're going to have an amazing place for our ducks and geese to swim and beautify the property and provide all that they provide for us as far as killing those snakes and eating the mosquitoes, and a nice place for the kids to come out and eventually, you know, put a fishing pole or ride around in the canoe or the kayak. Like I said, once it gets a little bit cooler, I will plant my winter grass here. I got some ryegrass seed that I'll plant. That's going to grow really pretty and green. They're going to finish the berm and make that over there nice and pretty. And so this is what we've envisioned for a while. It was hard to lose all the trees we had out here, but we're replacing that with a really nice big pond that's going to serve us and our babies really well for years and years to come. I think I'm going to end the video on that. Anything else you want to say before I end this video?
I'm just going to keep stirring.
Jamie's going to keep stirring, and we will come back in a week or so and show you how this all went. I want to say thank you again to Maureen and Sonia for the gift. I'm excited to see how it all works out. But like Jamie said, don't expect anything overnight. This is a process, and this may have to be done several times before we start seeing the desired results. All right, folks. I didn't leave her out here by herself. I had to make sure I ended it on a note where I wasn't going to get ripped for making Jamie do all the dirty work. You can see how pretty the blue is blending in. It's kind of turning into that turquoise color.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty cloudy. I mean, it's pretty dense water. You can tell that it's got a lot of dust particles in it because the blue stayed on top.
Yeah, it'll probably.
It will.
Oh, so boy, it is a process then. All right.